Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live streaming. Good morning here in the Philippines, and good evening in Western time. So, today, my subject is cohabitation or marriage. So, I really want to know for those viewers that wants to join with us. So, feel free to ask question or feel free to share your opinion about the subject that I mentioned. So I'm waiting for my co-panel here in my live streaming. So again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to my live streaming. So here, the weather here in the Philippines is very nice. It's not raining, just average. Hi, Sean James. What's up? So our topic for today, Sean James, is very interesting. So welcome. And I want to know also for those Western men about, the subject that I mentioned, cohabitation and um, marriage. Oh yeah. So just check Miss Manny and Messenger I sent in our group. I sent the link there. Please check it there. I think I sent that last night, Miss Manny, the link. And I also sent in your Gmail. Because I really want to know about Western people, how they deal with that cohabitation and marriage. So I just really, okay, good. So I really, okay, Sean James, let me read. I think it depends on your location and the type of relationship should determine which is the best. Well, it's just like, getting marriage or getting married, you have to think many times before you jump off on the conclusion that you're really ready to settle down. So I can break it all down from the Western culture. So let me check who's. Mayong buntag, Miss Manny.
Wait. Oh, yes.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Wait. I'm just checking.
Okay, so let me welcome you here in our group panel today. Welcome, Miss Nani. So this is very interesting topic that we're gonna discuss later on. So today I'll just shout out to MK Fitness in the Philippines, Miss Manny. She said, so I heard something, I don't know if it's in my audio. You have
Lang,
a
nice naman
fan
lang.
on,
Oh, yeah.
parang
Yeah.
electric
I just.
fan, yeah.
Okay. It's okay now.
Yeah, I can still hear the fan. MK Fitness in the Philippines. I'm in cohabitation, not married yet. Okay, so I'm very interesting to know your experience and opinion about that. So I have not get ready for church, so I can't stay long. Okay, sure. But I appreciate your time to drop for a while here in my show. Thank you so much. So who's
Where's his? I think it's okay now. I still have
yeah.
some feedback. Hi
Hello,
guys.
beautiful Filipina charms cake.
Hello MK. MK. Oh, he made a video.
So
Okay, I will watch it later after this.
So what's up, Coconut?
okay. So how are you? Is your tooth no aching anymore?
Oh, no, oh my God, I really can't stand the pain. And it was like midnight.
Ah, why you have a toothache? You eat something hard or what?
I don't know because it's a what do you call that one? From the isa na kanang nasa ka na ganing isa na ganing buslot bati.
Ca- Cavity. You have
Buslot
cavity.
una ba ta siya na kanang kuan ang unod ba murag ma-feel nimong unod. I don't know what is it called? Something like so
Ah,
very
okay.
mm,
So you have cavity in the damage it goes on your nerves.
something yeah like that. So
Yeah. Uh,
it's very painful.
yeah, you need antibiotic for that. You need
I
antibiotic
think
for that.
Mepinamic will work also.
Oh, Dolphinal. I
Mm.
took Dolphinal for like
Mepinamic.
one second time for AM and so good. Thank God that is already open the store here. So I took
Okay,
Dolphinal.
so welcome to our group panel, Filipina Charms. So I'm glad you're here. So
Yeah,
let me. Okay, so I think it's time for us, to start our discussion. So our subject is cohabitation or marriage. So what do you think, ladies? Because I'm a married, so you know my answer later. So for two of you, I really want to know about your opinion, the subject that I mentioned. So you go first, Miss Manny.
Well, I think, to me, in my opinion, like I will go first with cohabitation, especially here in the Philippines. There is no divorce and annulment is so difficult. It will take a lot of time and a lot of money to
yeah,
approve. And then, so I
Mm-hmm.
would think that, I realize, well, before when I still don't have a child, I I will go with the traditional thing with regards with the relationship. I thought marriage is good, but it's still good. Marriage is nice. It's once of a lifetime experience for a Filipina. I mean for a female. But then
Okay.
as time went on, I just realized that it's very important for cohabitation because we will never know what's gonna happen unless we will have something like we will try to live with a person for like more than a month or more than a year. So it's easy to start, but then it's difficult when it's already there and you know. So yeah,
Okay.
I
So
would
let
go with
me
cohabitation
let me say
first.
hello to Raymond. Raymond is here in our panel, and who else? Canadian bread and Filipino honey. Hello, welcome to our show. So
yeah.
Hi guys.
Sorry for being late to
I
come
sorry.
here because I just share it on the community. so that our friends will know that we are now in live.
Okay, so um, how about you, Filipina Charmsky? What is your
Yeah,
opinion about that?
for me, it's much better, to live together before marriage because so that
Mm-hmm.
you will to know you both each other and to test also the compatibility. If you are really connected and then you really have a good communication without anyone asking for like what you want to do with your life as partner. And then also it was more better if you live together before marriage because it also need time for you guys to know each other, to know about each other for who you are and what you really are and what are your dislikes and likes so that if you go to to get married, then it will be more good for you guys to have a good future in life.
Yeah, because I have I search and I have a survey because let me read this. Here in the Philippines is especially about 5 million people unmarried here. So it's just this is on the statistics survey is it was 2020 that Filipinos are here in National Capital Region, 20% is common law that arrangement, and then Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao is 0.8%. That's according to PSA or Philippine Statistic Authority. So for me, there's another yeah in cohabitation. It's just like there's also advantage and disadvantage because uh, you have to know first the person, and then once you know that you really think that this person is meant for you, so that's the time you can decide to marry that person. So but in otherwise, if you're just do a cohabitation, when it comes to benefits, okay, men or women, you don't really guarantee that you can able to get that from your partner, especially on just just a cohabitation or cohabitate relationship, because like uh example me example, this is example, I work from the government, and then I have partner that we're not married, so all the benefits my partner is not entitled. It might goes on my, if we have children, it might goes on my children. If we don't have children, it might goes to my siblings or my parents. So that's one thing that, because especially if the man is deserve of that benefits that you have, but he can't take that or she can't take that from you because you're not married. So there's a there's a disadvantage or negative side if you just go to cohabitate. So
Well, just not in a long way process, in a short process.
No, I
yeah,
mean
because
cohabitation. We're open about cohabitation, but of course, if you two are really get along very well after a long years, I mean, I'm okay with that, as long as But it doesn't always mean that forever cohabitation, because there will be at times that you're already sure with each other that you're gonna end up grow old together, and um,
Until you
so
get
yeah,
ready.
just cohabitation is just a long process of such getting to know you for the person that you're really sure that you will gonna be with them for a lifetime.
Yeah. Until that those part, charot.
Yes, until
so
death,
let me
after life, after death.
okay, so let me welcome Filipina MTV. Hello, and
Alma,
Selma.
maybe she can join. You have a lot of time.
or and then let's welcome also Matthew Flander Mayer. Thank you for tuning in. So that's, for me, because, I can see also that, some marriage is not really end up in a good term. It's failed also when it comes to marriage. So what I'm trying to explain is, there's an advantage if you're married. There's also advantage, vice versa, advantage and disadvantage. So, uh, like I mentioned that, if you get some benefits from your partner, you cannot really take that, especially if you deserve to have that. So it's just like, uh, it's unfair to this person who will take care of you for the rest of your life, and then she can't take that opportunity. So it's a kind of hard, to determine, because there's a good side and there's a bad side. So I don't know, for other viewers, that are they into the cohabitate or in marriage thing.
Yeah, what
Comment
do you
down
think,
below.
guys?
Comment
Because
down
you
below.
know
What do you
what,
think, guys?
Ate Lily, you know what, Ate Lily, I have talked to my lady colleagues at at work, my coworker. She's already married for like 10 years, more than 10 years. And then I asked her, and they already have kids, like three kids already. And then I asked her that, is it true that for first 2 years, that's the critical years. I mean, no, that's the years that like honeymoon stage. And then after that,
Oh
you're gonna
yeah.
tell if yeah, and then after that you're gonna tell if you really go along together, and that marriage is really the right choice for you. But then she told me that no, to her experience, it's about 10 years that you really get to know who is your partner really is. About for
I
the
think
for
5
the
years. 5 years.
Yeah, she told me it's for her, it's already 10 years that she got to know who is her husband really is, his attitude,
Hmm.
and also at the same time know the real
The
personality she
real.
has. So I think
Yeah.
yes, and the real things gonna like 10 years is that long. I mean, but so yeah,
Yeah,
so
10
that's
years. Oh
why.
my God. And maybe
Yeah, because
because they're, yeah,
okay,
if
go
they really,
ahead, Niels.
yeah, being true to themselves, like being true to themselves, what they really are, what they are. So it's much better to feel and to open what you really think that what's thing that very the best thing to make you feel having a good partner. So it's very
Okay.
hard also.
Okay, so let me read this from Matthew Flandermeyer. I would cohabitate if we had a child, but would prefer marriage first. Okay, so that's good.
I would
Okay.
cohabitate it much better. You will
Hello,
get married.
hello. Yeah, I would say
But
5 years. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree what you said. 5 years, you can't really tell. But it's just like in marriage thing, you cannot really go onto the good side of your partner. You have also accept the bad side of your partner, because sometimes we do have evil thing. So it's not really, you have to go on the good side, no, because nobody cannot maintain that you're always good all the time. Of course there's a bad side of your partner, so you have to accept that when you're married. So but it doesn't mean that you have to tolerate that kind of thing. But sometimes there's a consideration to accept that, but sometimes there's need to talk. Okay,
As long
hi Duval
as
Steve, hello.
as we
Oh,
get
there's
I just
yeah,
want, by the way, I
good
just want to
wish
give a shout
babes.
out to my, you, Bess, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. Oh my goodness, I miss you. I miss you.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome, welcome.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure when. I don't even think that I
Okay.
will be able to get married.
Okay, so I appreciate guys you're coming here in our group panel. So let me read this, ladies. Sean James. People have to focus on learning your partner instead of sex and happiness. Learn first, happiness and sex in after. Well, Sean James is just given. If you have a relationship with opposite sex, sex it's given, but you have to be smart to think your future together. Okay, Scott in the world. Oh, okay. Okay, because here's, ladies, in a relationship, main man is the they work for the relationship, and women is just like more on the sex thing. So you there's a complication when you say that it's only for men, it's only for women. It's just like both. You have to work on that. So like I mentioned, that you cannot really go onto the good side of your partner. Of course you have to accept also the bad sides of your partner. You cannot really totally abolish that bad side, but sometimes it lessen if you deal with that, so it not really get worse. So it's just for me, communication is very important in a relationship.
Yeah, that is why we prefer cohabitation because so that we will know if we can really have an abuse or what.
Yeah, because some women's, they have, they're very clever when it comes to relation, because some, they think, okay, I have to know this person first, so I have to cohabitate on him, on her, so that uh I will know if this right for me or not. So some, they do that, but I don't know, some people that their opinion about that. But for me, I'm rather go to married thing, because there's so many factors that your partner can able to have, or the rights, any type of rights that he can get from you or she can get from you. You can able to process on that, unlike if you do cohabitate, but not, I'm not generalize those having a cohabitation relationship right now, but it's just like, at the end of the day, if there's something happen with your partner, if something you need to claim, you can't because there's a process about that, that only a married couple can able to benefit that, or can able to get that privilege. Okay, so let me read this, guys, about from Matthew London Mayer. Okay. I also need a woman who would be okay with me leaving for a week or longer to hunt. We will miss each other, but coming home with food for my family and loved ones is the best. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great. Okay. So here's another from Scott in the world. Relationship take work and mutual appreciation. Yeah, that's right. Who else? Communication. I don't know what's the name of this guy, person. So I just read your comment.
Casey is Casey. Just
Communication.
call him Casey.
That's easy.
Casey.
Okay,
Casey.
so
K.
communication. KC. Okay. So communication is everything. Love is
Overrated.
overrated. Well, yeah, because like I mentioned a while ago that communication is very important in a relationship, whether you're cohabitate or marriage.
And
Okay,
also,
so let me read this from Would Wish Best. If he is a good catch, I prefer to marry him without prenup. Well, yeah, because yeah, for me, prenup is just like, what's the purpose to having, married to a person if there's a prenup? So it's just like a selfish thing, prenup. So if you're not ready to a person, don't marry. Okay. So if you're ready to, everything that you have to share if that, if you really love that person. So for me, prenup is just a selfish, sorry for those who have a prenup. For me, it's just like a selfish thing that to have a prenup in your partner, especially you married to this person and then you have prenup.
Yes,
For me, I
prenup
don't know
is
about,
actually something new. I mean, it. I haven't heard it about it before. Here in the Philippines, I just heard it now on social media and the celebrities. Some celebrities are
yeah,
doing it. So
yeah, that is why we adopt as a
because yeah, because as you listen to the vow by their vows, I mean, you are as one. What's hers is yours. What's yours is hers. So I don't.
united
I'm not sure.
one. When
There
two
was a
become
question
one.
about I forgot about from Matthew. I guess I know that's from MK. He was
When
asking if
two become one.
marriage by church or marriage by government. What do you
well,
think,
for
Wab? Since
me,
you're the single one here.
yeah, okay. Okay, go ahead. You also single, Miss Manny.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, go
single,
ahead,
but I
Neil.
have a child, so our
You,
decisions might differ when already having a child.
Yeah, so what is
yeah,
the question?
you're still.
Well, or in the church wedding?
What did you say, Miss Manny, about to
Is
to
it
ask for Miss?
yeah, wedding in church or getting married in church or getting married in government, like civil weddings.
Oh, I love in the
What
church
is your
wedding.
opinion? Yeah,
Oh, from Filipina Charmsky.
Yeah, I love to be married.
church.
We are religious, and then we need also with the vow of our God. So yeah, it's also a spiritual moment for us, especially it's a good, you know, it's just happened for one of your life. So much better to be.
Okay,
Yeah,
she will go for church wedding marriage.
Mm.
but
So yeah, and
it depends, am I right? It depends if it's. It depends of the partner if what she wants. Yeah, but for me as a girl, as a woman,
yeah, but for me, when I was on the status like you have now, Waps, when I was single without a child, I really dream of a like wedding, church wedding. But now when I realize a lot of things, especially that I'm already a mom, I would prefer with the civil wedding. I'm not so traditional about weddings, especially everything prices are increasing, and then you have to pay so much money for the church, which I don't really
Yeah,
understand why. And yeah, I really don't get it. Why you have to pay so much for a
a
church
lot
wedding
of
when you can
requirements and a lot of
a lot of
fees.
requirements. Well, when you're going to a civil wedding, I mean, when I already have a child, I realize a lot of things. And I get so much more practical, especially with those type of things. When you think that civil weddings you can just pay like 400 500 pesos, and then so yeah, and then it's the end of the day, it's all about it's you and him, um going
Filipino.
into the walk of life, and then I don't know. I'm just not so traditional about. I was before when I don't have a child, but so
That's why it
Your
became.
your mind change.
yes,
Yeah, me
that's
also,
why
cause
that's why it's really different when you're just single, purely single, and single with a child. You just get so very practical about it.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it's okay
actually that's
that
the,
you have a civil
okay.
wedding before.
Yeah, for
Before.
women, that's their dream. That's their dream to have a church wedding.
Yes,
Right.
actually,
That's
Casey,
the,
that's right. I really love beach wedding, and then intimate, just family, and maybe some choosing friends. Beach wedding, and then just a government wedding. I'm not into really like priest or pastor. You have
yeah,
to
because
pay so
it, it's not really, it's not really nice, after you, okay, let's say if you made it, a church wedding, but after the wedding, the cost is too much, and then you have so many debits and you need to pay, so it's not really a convenience, or I don't know, because me, I'm my I have civil wedding ceremony, so I just like you, Miss Money. So I have to, practical. It's just like I don't really have to go to church wedding. In fact, Frank can able to do that in a wedding church, but I'm the one who really think that, it's not practical, to do that, especially that now all the things is goes up. So it's not really, but maybe if I'm billionaire in dollars, so maybe I can go, but I don't, so I prefer to go to the a civil wedding ceremony, because it not
Mhm.
goes a lot. In fact, the marriage contract in the church is the same, but the
And
ceremony is
also,
different.
yeah, and also most of the time, if
This
you're
that is the disadvantage there because the memories that you have with the wedding, as in a church wedding, is more memorable rather than having a civil wedding, especially with your friends, relatives coming there, visit and welcome you guys, even having a good, you know.
Yeah,
So
what I would rather have such memorable, beautiful, memorable wedding of mine, just sharing it with families and few chosen friends, real friends. So I don't have to like show so much that, oh, my wedding is fancy. I don't have to show to people. I don't have to prove something to people. But
Yeah.
it's all about like the genuine, the real reason why you have this marriage, and then the yeah, you can just very solemn and intimate, like it's beautiful and it's real. So it doesn't have to
Okay,
be
so
too
let
fancy.
me. Okay, so let me read this to Scott in the world. Prenup in the Philippines. Yeah, there's a prenup here in the Philippines, especially for those Filipino celebrities. They do prenup, but for regular people, they don't, because
Yes,
there is no divorce. Yeah, there's no divorce
it
here in
only
the
works.
Philippines,
It only
but
works for the rich people, but we're not
yeah,
rich here.
but we
Who
have
cares with
annulment here in the Philippines.
have
But
bring up,
the
but
divorce thing, it's
is
just
that
like in the Senate, in the Congress and Senate, but it's not yet implemented as a law. We don't have divorce, but we have annulment here in the Philippines.
you have
Okay,
bring
go
up,
ahead,
guys?
Nels.
Shoot,
Just how can you prenup? You don't have nothing.
you have bring up, but like photo shoot, photo shoot.
prenuptial photos. Okay,
Yeah, bring up your photos. That agreement.
that's
Yeah, right, Sean James. If you are religious, cohabitation goes against your faith, precisely. But some of those religious people, they broke that laws or policy.
so yeah. There
That is,
about cohabitation and
yeah,
cohabitation and marriage.
because of like
By the way, in my
wanting to
experience,
share. what we observe for those people living together and get married instantly, and then they will get broke and like fighting each other. So it's very hard.
Okay, so let me read this from Frank Tate. Church and big wedding is fine, being that the woman's father has to pay for it. Okay, so here in the
Doesn't,
Philippines,
you know
here's in
what?
the
It doesn't
Philippines,
work here.
because here in the Philippines, the guy should pay
Yes,
the bills for the
actually,
wedding,
yes.
not the
Yes,
woman.
yes.
So
It's different.
it's different. So
I mean, you
uh
know what? If the father, if a woman's father will learn about it, that they're gonna pay for it, they're gonna say, break that up. Don't get married.
yeah, especially if the father doesn't like the man. Come on, why should I pay the bills for your wedding? I don't like
Actually, guys, it's more of like, it's more of like the man side actually for the obligation, because traditionally here, I mean in the culture here, it's the man that pursue the woman, so that's why it's also her responsibility, because you want to get married to that woman, then it's your responsibility to to you know to expense for the cost of the wedding mostly. And then the
yeah,
woman's side, it will be the relative, for the woman's relative to help with the like cooking or preparation whatsoever. But most of the time, it's more of the responsibility or obligation from the man's side. So that's the culture and tradition here about the wedding.
Before guys, like many years ago, like the guy should
Yes.
be stay at the house of the girl, and then what is those parents or her siblings asked what to do, then he needs to do it even though he doesn't want to. Like
yeah. He has to do yeah.
he has to do it even though he doesn't want to.
I, I
But
hope
you know
you
what,
did not scare.
Niels? It's just like happened long time ago, because it reminds me of my parents during during their newlywed. My father stay with his parents house. They stayed there for 10 years. And
10 years.
my mother, 10 years they lived together with his parents, because his parent doesn't want him to separate with them, way back 1960s. So it's just like they get their children getting big. So my mother try to talk my father. It doesn't matter for her if she just live in the nipa house, but she doesn't want to stay long with his parents, because here's the thing that
No
the
privacy.
10 yeah. And then it's just like my mother has to she's not uh it's hard to her to especially discipline the children, because once she discipline her children, the grandma or the grandpa interfere, don't do that. My mother doesn't want that. So after 10 years, that's the time that my father forced to uh build a nepa house for us, because my mother cannot take anymore, especially my grandma, my lola. So too much, because every time my mother's do, she can't really do what she wants to do or decide, because grandma or grandpa will interfere. So it's just like common here in the Philippines, so I don't really like that way. So now I think it's changed.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
so
so
a lot of changes right now, especially with social media, and and also our
mhm,
ancestors is also slowly vanishing. There's just so very few of them, and then our traditional weddings very rarely happen. So, but we are just very very lucky that we able to witness those very
mhm.
traditional weddings. So beautiful.
Yeah. Because here when I go in searching about that statistic is females here is 76% divorced or they are widows. Then male is just like only 60 percent. So majority of is just like for for women about 989,000. So that's for 76% are are widow or divorce, or we don't have divorce but annulled, separated.
Okay.
So unlike men, it's just like 655,000. So more on to women think that do a separation in annulled than men here in the Philippines. Okay, so let me read this from Matthew Flanbermeyer. Miss Manny, I would say we are scared. We just recognize the laws in Western countries aren't balanced, so marriage isn't worth the risk.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
Ye-
Yeah, I have heard a lot of horror stories about marriage. Actually, I'm a fan of investigation documentaries, and most of them with involving couples. So I do understand that it's I don't know.
Yeah, because this is the thing, in the States, if they do file a divorce, the man should give a child support, and then for the wife they gave alimony. So here in the Philippines we don't really enforce the law to to give a child support. So that's why a lot of Filipino men, it's easy for them to go to another woman, and then if he's get tired of that woman, jump to another woman. So they don't really the laws here is not really enforced as as what in the West law. Okay. Scott in the word, I am 59 now, so if I get married I will not have enough time to live to get a divorce. But this is I always advise to all Western men that if you want to marry, particularly Filipina, you have to know first the Filipina, so that the married thing for both of you is really worth it, not uh, worthless. It's really worth it, but not worthless.
You need
Yeah,
to know
actually,
more
this
first.
that advice also works for the Filipino or for the ladies, not just for the men. Filipina tend
Yeah.
to really think of marriage right away, just because I mean in our culture, like we are not more like it would feel I mean before, okay, it would feel little bad, especially for the woman's side, if you are into longer relationship and live in. It's not really open about it before, but so yeah, so that's why I think it's still there that women's mentality is like, oh, you have to marry me because we already like into premarital, if you know what I mean. So that's the mindset of Filipina, most of Filipinas before. So but now it's there still are, but it's more of open. But so that's why Filipina also should not really jump into conclusion of marriage right away just because you already involved into premarital things. So it's all about, because it's really hard to get out of these stocks, especially we don't have annulment here. I mean, there's annulment, but such difficult process. There's no divorce here. So,
Yeah, it
so
costs a lot of money. It costs a lot
yeah,
of money, to get annulment here.
yeah,
Yeah, I think some Filipinas or some Filipinos are really adopt some Western laws, so they're not really into the Maria Clara thing, old school. tradition. So yeah, I think some Filipinos are really, are really educate, and they're very smart, to know what's going on when it comes to married life. So I can tell that there's a lot, there's a lot of, rich people also, that instead having marriage, they do cohabitate, because there's a factors that, okay, I want to know this person, especially, to share with his or her wealth with this person. So now that, our generation, there's a lot of Filipinos that adopt some western laws. Okay, so welcome, Matipid na Lolo. So let me read this from Matipid na Lolo. So don't make children lot less pleasure to get married. Vasectomy is always an option. Well, I think, Matipid na Lolo, when it comes to vasectomy here, there's a lot of Filipino men. They refuse to do that. In fact, women are due of, contra, what do you call that? Family planning, not the men. Women's here are very into that. But when it comes to men, no. Especially when you mention a vasectomy, no. It's just like, their mentality is that, less of their pogi points.
Oh, is it?
Hello, you Yaka. Good morning, Lilibet, Miss Manny, and Niels. Thank you for coming. So, guys, for those who wants to ask a question for us, just feel free to ask.
You know what? In my experience, Ate Lily, when I got pregnant, Filipino mentality are strict about when their daughter got pregnant, he should marry her. So yeah, and then it's so really pressure because I know for sure that I'm not really ready, especially that my ex-boyfriend, my daughter's biological father, already shown some sign of irresponsibility, and I know myself I'm not really ready for him to be my partner for a life. But then I
Yeah,
really got so much pressure from my dad. I mean, from my mother, from my father, my family, my whole family. And then they told me that we need to go to their house and then we need to chase him because you have to marry him. I mean, he have to marry you. But then I really have such a long argument about it to my sister because I know myself. I know that
yeah.
at the end of the day it will be me who will suffer. So I really
It won't
fought for
work.
it. Yes, and I really fought for it because for the first, I mean, he was already not with my worst, and I don't think that he will be for the next coming or even worse part of my life. So then I'm glad that I able to stand my um you know my decision about it, and I'm so proud of myself. Because I did not go into stigma, I really did not let the stigma pressure me or push me to, or because at the end of the day, it will be me, it will be my life who will suffer. So that's why I'm here and still single. My
Take
goodness.
it away, bro. Take it away.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Frank a comment. Did you girls know that there's are over 1 million Filipinos married to a foreign man in the Philippines? Yeah, I know
Over
that
1 million.
because, yeah, over a million Filipinas married to a foreigner. Because, well, I already knows that because I've been watching for those, I don't know, guys, if you're familiar with the passport bro movement. So there's a lot of passport bros channel that, they discuss about how Western women treat them. So that's why they really tired about dealing with them. So they just go other countries, look for the right person to marry. So I agree with that. That over a million Filipina married to a foreigner. No wonder why they coming here, especially here in the Philippines, because we train to be a good mate and we train to be a good wife.
Nay, kuan diha. This is on. This is
Well, because Canadian bread and Filipina honey is just like 2%. So when you go on that, it's just like over a million Filipina married to a foreigner. Just 2%. So equivalent to over a million. Okay, so matipid na lolo, that is the problem, making children and not getting married. I understand young men being irresponsible, but a man over 30 having unprotected sex, it doesn't want to marry us very immature. Yeah, it's just like, okay, for those, I'm not talking this only for Filipinos, also for European or Western people. Okay, so if you want to have, if you have to have sex and you don't have to have a child, all you have to do just do or use protection, as simple as that. So, and some people they don't really go onto that thing that sometimes like I mentioned during that time that our live panel, Miss Money, I really want, especially here in the Philippines, that I really want to have sex education from, starts from grade 7 onward, so that, particularly for young generation, must aware or must educate what's going on, how, what what is family us, what is the meaning of having a family, how to create a good family. So if they're educate when it comes to sex education, I don't think that. I think I'm not saying that we cannot really stop people for unwanted pregnancy, but it might lessen the teenage pregnancy if they are educate about the uh, sex education. Okay, you had great decision, Miss Money. You keep your independence. Yeah, because me also, I don't, just for the sake that I'm married, and I know to myself that if I marry this person, my life become miserable. Not only me suffered, and also my, the child that I carrying, it also suffered. So I don't want to give a risk for myself, and then especially here in the Philippines that we don't have divorce. So you're gonna stuck on that irresponsible man in your for the rest of your life. So yeah, good decision, Miss Money, that you don't go for that. Your parents. Well, it's so sometimes it's so hard to disobey our parents, but we have to. If
Yeah, we
if
have
it's
to because it's really so hard when it's your life, it's your lifetime. Like you
mhm.
have to suffer for it for a life, and it will be so hard. It will be difficult to get out of it. So because I know myself.
Okay, so let me read this Matipid from Matipid Lolo. Yes, but the million includes foreigners, Chinese, Asian, Western, etc. How many are married to an American man? Well, I have no idea, but that's the statistic shows that 2% or over a million, but it not really tells that um, how many percent from from American or from European. It's just like a foreign man. Okay, from Matthew. Mayer, Matipid. I'm 32 and I have no problems to stick my thing inside a woman. I already have one child. I don't need more unless she is my wife. Well, it's your choice, Matthew, in the year. So, all you have to do, if you don't want to have a child on this woman that you're playing with, just, use protection. Enjoy your life. So, you know what to do. You know what to do, Matthew Blender Mayer. More Filipina married to a Chinese than American, which you look at the statistics from Philippine Statistics Authority.
Yeah, because Chinese are already existing here. They're like they already have their own community here, so it's not
Yes.
it's not it's not a surprise at all.
Okay, so let me read this Canadian breed in Filipina honey. Frank, do your stats say how many are married and living in the West? My ex common law wife had a Filipino mother-in-law here in Canada. Okay, there's a question from you, Miss Money Yokha. Miss Money, do you mind protection?
Yeah, it's a must. If especially when it's because I've been already through. If my partner is really not financially stable, and yeah, and we have a relationship, as long as these things are made with your intention. So because I'm not really into playing about it, but protection is really a must. I do believe with protection, especially if you both not ready financially, because
Hmm.
yes, it's
Yeah.
not easy.
Yeah, it's just like for a pleasure. Yeah, you have to. You have to use
Yeah, you have
protection.
to. Yeah.
So that's the smart thing that you can do. Use protection if you don't really want to. Yeah, for those women, if you don't want to get pregnant, okay, let your partner or let your boyfriend use protection. If the man don't want to have a child, oh, do some protection. As simple as that. So, you know,
It's just a
Miss
wise thing.
Manny yeah, because we don't really want, to end up, you just have fun with the, with that thing, and then you don't use protection. It's not really a good or smart thing that or move, because remember, it's just like you bring another mouth to feed.
Yes.
And if you're not ready about that, that's a problem. So you
Yeah,
have
I
to
mean,
aware of
having
this.
to me having a child, it should be like it's to both of you. Um, it's the both. If especially in a relationship, it should be like it's planned ahead, because when it's really so unplanned, and it's just so difficult, because especially I'm a woman, and for sure it will be all my responsibility. Go if I just go do those things like very careless, I was before. So just learned my lessons a lot, especially when
Yeah,
dealing with a person that I'm not really sure he's gonna be the one. So using protection is just very wise, practical. And
I agree what Matthew said, that make him wear protection. If he says no, just leave him. Precisely. Because, okay, so here's the thing, guys. There's another, another question about that. Okay, if you don't want to wear, I will, if for me, I will personally ask, Okay, if I'm a get pregnant, can you able to support this child for 18 years? If he said yes, okay, I let him. But if he don't, oh come on, I'm gonna, I'm gonna leave him.
Well, it's
Because
okay if me myself I am financially stable, but if not, it will be
yeah,
it will be me who will suffer at the end of the day. So
yeah, for those people that they know already that that person cannot, particular for women, she knows that that man is not responsible. That's a stupid thing that she let that person use her without protection. That's the stupid decision that she made. Okay, so Matipid and Lolo, do any of you remember about 10 years ago when all the Capino babies were being made? So many Capino babies back then. What's Capino?
yeah, what's copino? I don't know what's copino. So there is also a question from Yuka. Yeah, I don't know what's copino. What's copino?
Okay, from Frank Tate, single mother is a big problem in the US. Philip Macy, hello, welcome. So, good morning,
Hello,
Lilibet and
Philip
Miss Money.
Mason.
What's up? The topic of discussion. Our discussion is cohabitation or marriage. Okay, Matipid na Lulo. Here we go. Let me read. That
Ah,
is why child support is enforced in America. Single mothers without a child support is a difficult life for the mother and a child. But you know what, this is what I see, because there's a lot of Western women. They have, okay, example, they have 5 children. They have children but different father. So I can see that, oh, there's something fishy on that woman, because some Western women, they use that to get money. It's their business. It's not a normal, to have a 5 child different father. So it's just like they make it into a business.
business.
I don't
Yeah,
think
because
it's
imagine,
somewhat like a business.
yeah, because
It's not
because
it's not easy to raise a child,
yeah,
really.
in the States,
Uh,
men, the father, they really have to give child support, and then they have to, so some they do that. So what can you say about, having a 5 child different father? So what do you think about that? Do women use birth control there? Yeah.
yes,
Well,
some.
it's just like,
Especially when it's
before.
already especially when it's already, mature age. They're more
Yeah, because
careful about
yeah, because we here in the Philippines, if you have 4 children and you go to the, on the health center to prenatal, if that fourth child, the midwife will advise you to use any type of family planning. They can use contraceptive, or pills, or contraceptive, or ligation, and the other one is the
there's an
thing that they put
engineer.
it. Yeah,
There was an
that's
engineer in their
yeah,
arms.
the depot, and then the other one, um oh, I forgot, that's in my, because one of my friends, she's used that, uh a thing, that a metal that you put it inside. um
That's
I
an
forgot
IUD.
about that.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
an IUD.
IUD. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
IUD. So we have 4 types of family
Birth
control here in the
controls.
Philippines. Yeah, birth control. I mean, yeah, we do have pill here, but way back 1960s, 70s. It's just recently that the government provide those kind of family planning methods. That's why us we end up 9 children. There's no family
It's not
planning that
really
time.
to. I mean, the Philippines years before, they're not really like
Aware
too
of
serious.
family planning.
Yeah, they're not really too serious about this law before. So that's why even us, we are seven siblings. So there's not much something to entertain. There's no television, so that's it. That's the best entertainment for couples before.
Actually, Scott in the world, that's a problem when it comes to, birth control here in the Philippines or family planning methods because the church. But, that's recently that they allow, Filipino or Filipinas use, family planning methods.
Yeah, there are. I think they're not really too strict about it, but just they do not promote them in church. So
Because here in the Philippines, abortion is illegal.
yeah, but
Like
yeah,
in
about
the
abortion, there it's really strict with the abortion. It's a
Yeah,
crime
I
here.
know in the states there's some states that abortion is legal, and some abortion in other states are illegal too. But here in the Philippines is
There's a legal abortion.
it's illegal here. Yeah, in the states there's a states that the abortion is legal, and there's a states that it's illegal. Not all states are abortion is legal.
Oh, they
There's
have different
illegal.
law with regards to abortion.
Okay, matipid na lolo. The Kupino is, Korean Filipino.
So I'm a pro-life.
Nails,
I'm not really agree with abortion because I'm a pro-life.
Nails is a quiet. She's partied too much.
Hi, Luca. Oh my
Yeah,
God. That
Oh
was
yes,
very
happy fiesta in the now. Karansan, Guaps.
Hey,
Happy
hey, it's a
fiesta.
first time. Yeah, after this live stream, I'm gonna prepare
Yes.
my, self because it's also questioning of my cousin for his baby. And then we get there for lunch, and then after that we go to the city to watch the Caranzo Festival. So
okay,
check it
so
out.
Scott in the world. Welfare payments and child support payments. Okay. So, okay. Let me read this from Matthew. I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm glad I'm a guy. Our reproductive parts are so much simpler.
Good for you, Matt. You don't have any responsibility for getting pregnant.
Yeah. But this is, ladies in the panel, this is what I noticed in the States, I mean, in Western country, they more into men do a vasectomy than, than a female. Because there's a lot, there's a lot of Western men, they undergo vasectomy. Okay, Philip
There's
Macy,
not.
if you are
I
an
don't hear
American,
much. I don't hear
okay,
much
what?
men here do the vasectomy. It's more about from women. That's the birth
Yeah.
control.
They don't really, it's a big no-no for Filipino men undergo vasectomy. Jesus, it's gonna, at the end of their pogi, the macho thing, their macho thing will less if they go vasectomy. That's what Filipino men thinking. Okay, Philip Macy, if you are an American man, have a child with a woman that you're not married to, then can the child still be registered as a U.S. citizen? Well, it's your choice because here's in the Philippines that if it's your choice if you want your child. If example you have a child for a Filipina, and then if you want that to become a American citizen, you can. If you want, if the mother wants to be a Filipino, this is between you and your the lady that you have a child.
They need to get married first, right?
But
No,
there's a
no,
lot
I
of
mean,
incidents here that Filipino American child is not registered and not even having a good life. Actually, I saw a lot here in Lapu-Lapu. There are abundant
yeah.
Filipino childs here, Filipino American kids here.
Yeah, but the question of Philip Macy, if you are American man, have a child with a woman that you are not married to, then the child still be a registered as a U.S. citizen. Yes, you can, especially here in the Philippines. So either if you have if the mother wants to be Filipino, so you have no it's in between
So
you
it's
and
not
your and
really, it's not automatic. It also needs for an American to register the child. So it's not automatic.
I think you can
but here
citizenship for that kid if you go to the States or to the country, right? Not here in the
yeah.
Philippines, registered citizen.
I guess it's automatic when an American man signed signed the birth certificate of the child. So I guess I'm not sure about it.
Actually, here's the thing. In the birth certificate, the sign of the parent. So whether you're married or not, he has to acknowledge. Once the American father acknowledge that child, it's okay. It doesn't matter if they're married or not, as long as he acknowledged that child.
In the
So
birth certificate.
it's in the mother. If the mother let the child become a U.S. citizen, so if the mother good for a child become a U.S. citizen, yeah, it's they accept here in the Philippines. But if the mother want and the father wants to become a U.S. citizen, they have to talk first. They have to talk first before decide what citizenship of the child will gonna follow.
Yan na. So yeah, I'm not really sure about it because based on my experience, my daughter is pure Filipino. So I did not have some fill up in the form if he's kind of like that because on the father's form, I mean the father's side information, it's just written in a so that's why I'm not sure about it. Upon giving child,
Well,
if you have to declare if it's Filipino or American, especially if she's not
Maybe
acknowledged
if he
the
or she got
father.
the blood, then yeah, why not?
well, if the child is not acknowledged, if the child is not acknowledged by his biological father, your father will be the father of your child. Because important,
Not
important.
really. None really. There is no father written. I mean, NA, all NA on the father's information, NA.
Not
There's no
applicable.
Uh,
acknowledgement. Yes, not
you know,
applicable.
I, yeah, I feel sorry for the child that he has, he has no father.
Yeah, you know what?
But
Yeah,
the
my
child
daughter
deserved to know
used
the
to ask
father.
me, Ate Lily, she used to ask me why she doesn't have middle initial and the rest of her classmates has. It's quite difficult to answer.
Yeah, but you have to explain to her, but at the right time, at the right
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
At the
Slowly,
right
she understands.
at the right age.
Okay,
We're just like sisters, actually. She got my. We have
okay.
same. Surname, yes.
Yeah, because children are very, very observant when, especially when it comes to, family bonding, especially in school, because they really have to observe why, why my classmate, have, father and mother, why me I don't have. They're very curious about
Yeah, very curious.
Sometimes get bullied or something like that.
Yeah, it could
precisely.
happen. I mean, those could be the reason.
Okay,
To wrap
so
it up,
matipid na lulo. Philip Macy, yes, if you claim the child registered the child at the U.S. Embassy gave a statement of support for the child, but is how the works in unmarried. I think it's the same. It's the same. The only difference, they're not married.
register to the U.S. Embassy and give the statement of support. So the man should have the responsible to register into the U.S. Embassy so that it will be as a U.S. citizen, the child, even though they were not married.
Yeah. So Frank said, in Illinois is, abortion is legal.
Oh,
That's legal, but it's scary. My goodness. Because if the well, you might end up killed also. Because whew, I don't want to talk. That it scares me a lot.
abortion is very bad.
Yeah, for those women that not yet wanted to have a child, you have to use protection. As simple as that. Protection. Okay, Matthew, I respect women for encouraging children. I'm just glad it isn't me. Watching my daughter be born was traumatic. Oh yeah.
Because you're a responsible father, Charman.
Helga, hello, long time no see. Helga, this is one of my favorite TikToker, Helga Babushka. I really want to interview with you, Miss Helga. Thank you for coming, Miss Helga. She's she's a Filipina. She's living in Canada. Thank you so much, Ma'am Helga.
Hello, Helga. Welcome here. Nice to meet you.
I think
Yeah,
she's I don't know. I think she's from Cebu, guys. Miss
okay.
Elga, where are you from? Are you from Cebu? Because these two ladies in my panel, they are from Cebu. Miss Money from Lapu-Lapu and Miss Filipina Charmsky from Danao, Cebu City.
Yeah, where are you from, madam?
Maybe San Consolacion, the center of Lapu-Lapu, I don't know.
We will meet halfway.
I love this. I love this woman. Helga Babushka. Watch her TikTok. It makes me, it makes me laugh about, and one of the Average Man Unplugged, Jerome Craig, he interviewed Helga. So yeah, I'm so excited to check my email from Miss Helga Babushka. Okay, let me read this from Matipid na Lolo. If married, you just have a regular,
You have to
okay,
do
file the paperwork. As the U.S. Embassy or State Department, you get a certificate of birth from the State Department that proves that you're U.S. citizen. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay, matipid na lolo. I just know because I'm a Black American and Korean born in Korea. My parents were married. Okay.
that is why
So,
Cupino. Cupino.
Kopina sounds like, that's why sometimes me and Frank, we just laugh because, after, just 1 year after this, he can file citizenship here in the Philippines because, for foreigners you have to wait for 5 years so that you can apply for a citizenship to become a Philippine citizenship. And I told him, what is your citizenship? And then he said is uh what it uh Filipino, a black Filipinist. So it makes me laugh about okay, from Frank Tate, the father has to go and take care of the paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah, the father really have a big decision about it. If he wants the child to register as American.
Yeah.
Scott, in the world, you will probably have to do a
Yeah.
DNA test for a proof for the government. Well, DNA test here in the Philippines is quite expensive, but if it's needed, yeah, they have to.
Just go to Rafi Tofu for free.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So
go to Rapid Tofu. Okay, so
here
Matipid na Lolo, I also have two brothers that are Black American and Filipino married as well. Okay, that's good for you, Matipid na Lolo. Okay, I would want to get my children U.S. citizen. I can't take them to the U.S. and shut. Oh, God. Yeah, because here's the thing, guys. We all know that when it comes to Filipino having a visa going to the States, it's quite hard, especially if you have no if you're not if you're single, it's quite hard. So many papers that they will ask for you and then show the money. If you are marry a single mom and adopt, the child can get American citizenship for the child. No, you can't, because the child is already born when you married with this. If you're talking about for Filipina, no,
no.
you can
I think
adopt the child
I think it is possible, Ate Lily, especially if the
to
child has no legal father written on a registered father. I think it's easier. But if the
Still in
child has
America.
a legal father written on the, yeah, because my I have my classmate before. She's married with a Western man, and then she's a single mother, and her child doesn't have father written in the birth certificate. But now her daughter is legally his now husband, Western man. So it's possible. It's actually
so maybe
possible.
they have to wait, because I don't think right away they can able to do that. So I think there's a certain time that they have to apply for that.
You I in my I mean in the knowledge that I know, it's just you have to like you have to go to DSWD to, and then you just acknowledge. I think, yeah,
To
I'm not sure,
register
but
about
it's
the
easier now than before actually. But
online.
So
unless
there,
the child has a father written on the birth certificate, it can. You can She can't, the child can't get the surname of the American that who will adopt. But
yeah,
that has to be that the American or the Western man and the Filipina, the mother of the child, is legally married. That has to be.
yeah. Hmm. But if they're not married, there's a, I don't think
Yes.
the government will allow that. Yeah,
Yeah, because it's one
I
of the
think.
documents needed.
Hello?
Okay.
Um,
I
Kami
was,
itong nag-host.
I was. Okay, so let me read this. Matipid na lolo. Miss Manny, you are correct. If the American man adopts the child, he can get the child U.S. citizenship. My father did that for his
You know.
Filipina wife older son back in 1990s. Okay.
Yes, as long as they're
Yeah, I
married,
think yeah,
the
if
child
they're
has
married.
no
So
registered father.
yeah, I don't know if if they're not married. Because when it comes to that, our laws is very strict when it comes, especially for foreign people, in when they adapt. So there's a lot of documents they ask for that, for that person wants to adopt. So okay, ladies. So um, I'm ask you, Miss Money. So are you go into cohabitate thing or marriage?
I would go first into cohabitation, but yeah, eventually go into marriage if I me and my partner is really we really think that we are ready for a lifetime to be with each other. We have go through ups and downs, so much worse than worse already, and we still stay together. So why not? Marriage is a beautiful thing, but you just have to make sure that he's the one for you, for me. Yeah.
Okay,
So I
so
have to go
that's
through cohabitation first.
okay. So that you have time to know the person well before you decided to marry him. That's
Yes.
good. So how about you, Filipinas Charmsky?
Yeah, it's still cohabitation because it's also, to test the compatibility with you guys, and then it also make your build stronger foundation if you will have a cohabitation like living together with not get married yet. It
Mm.
also improves like,
So
successful if you will have a legal commitment soon.
so I think it's it's how well, I think it's in the personality of a person also, because like me, I really like to marry, because this is what I noticed. They just really the a Filipina dignity, if you're having a cohabitate relationship with the man, they look at you as small, so your dignity is really dragged. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
you
But
know
Mm-mm.
that's true. But at the end of the day, it's your life and not the others. It's your life that you will gotta suffer if the marriage will end up really bad. So it's your decision after it all. It's your life. So I don't care with the people around me what they're gonna say. After all, they're just there to comment, and it's my life that I got have to live.
it's my life.
Well,
Yeah, we have a great service. We have
Tagay.
our right. As a girl, we have our dignity, especially that we are Filipino citizen. But as we observe and what we was experience here, like living together and then get married, they were like something like abuse, and sometimes like they were fighting that they don't really know about what the thing happened with them when they get, when they get married. So sometimes like minds changing. Me, I
Yeah.
was really
Well,
when it
it's
comes to marriage before, like I was thinking like marriage is more good having a living together, like a living partner before get married because yeah, the dignity you can it's actually like it's really open for you guys if you are a partner then you can you can you can help that thing. So
Yeah.
might
yeah,
be
That was before. Our parents will
oh
not allow us to
yeah, it was
even
before
sleep
like
over
you can
to the
really
man's house unless we're not married yet.
mm,
So, but that was
yeah,
before. But
it,
that's understandable if in case in the situation of Filipina charms because she's purely single, and then how about me? I already have a child, and I have to be so very practical about it. The more I
yeah,
already have the experience of failed relationship, the more I am so very careful to have the same mistakes again.
yeah, yeah. So it's
Yeah,
quite different.
especially here in the Philippines, that we don't have divorce, so you're gonna really stuck for those, for those what is batugan, in Tagalog, batugan, irresponsible men. So you're
Possible.
gonna, you're gonna stuck for that. So let me read this from Scott in the World as I see it. After 3 months of cohabitation, you will know if you can live with this person. What do you think about he comment about
True.
this in Scott on the World? 3 months? Are you good with 3 months, Miss Manny or Miss Nails? 3 months?
No, I
3 months
don't
of
think
For
cohabitation, I think that's shorter, in my opinion.
too short, too short. Because
Yeah, too short.
if the man knows that, okay.
3 months is like getting move on for having a bad relationship.
Yeah,
3 months
because here's the thing
rule.
that they're gonna do. Even though, you're gonna, once you time to it, they're very accommodating to you because they know, oh, you have 3 months, you have 3 months, 3 months.
Yes.
No, scared in the world, I think you have to 1 year, 1 year,
Yes, 1 year. 1 year is okay, yeah.
1 year.
1 year. That's enough, to know the
I'm not sure
person. If
about
that
Filipina
person,
Charmsky. Maybe she has shorter span of time
uh,
about it, but
ju-
Well,
to me,
you
1 year
have
is okay.
you
one
know,
month.
we cannot really think, or we cannot really talk about how many months, how many years, as long as you know each other, you have you have a good connection, you have a good communication, like you have the not an opposite, opposite attitude, behavior, as long as you're really in talk with each other. So yeah, it will be depend.
Okay, so Frank asks, how long you will ladies just live with him? Okay, so let's go to Nails because you already starts to say that. So what do you
But
think about, how long you're gonna live with this man, and you really decided, okay, I'm gonna marry him.
as long as I know him really, like what he really is, and then he will really open about what he is, like what are the dislikes and likes that he had for us, as a relationship, as a partner. And then for me, it's like, yeah, more than like maybe 1 year, something like that.
What if you get pregnant in less than 1 year? What if you get pregnant?
Oh, if I got pregnant and then less than 1 year, oh my God, I need to get married for
Oh, see, that's the Filipina culture. That's a Filipino culture. When
that's what,
someone's already
But
pregnant, you have to
you
get
have
married.
you
yeah.
have to, well, here's the thing, Nils. It doesn't mean that you're pregnant. You have to, you have to get married with this man. Like what Miss Manny said, that you don't have, because uh well, if here's the thing, that I get your point, Filipina Charmsky. If you know that person, if that person deserve to have a child on you, why not? Okay, why not?
Well, it
So
depends.
if you think if you think that he's not deserved, no, you don't have to you don't have to marry because you're pregnant. Okay, so there's a there's a bad negative side, and there's a positive side. If you think that he deserved to have a child on you, why not? Why not? So if
But
it's
actually,
not,
Ate Lily,
no,
um, yeah, actually, Ate Lily, it really depends on how she decides because this one works for
yeah.
me, but maybe it doesn't work to Filipina Charmsky. So, those are just my opinion, and she doesn't have to always agree with what I do. On so yeah,
Yeah, it really depends on the
but
situation, guys.
yeah,
But
but because there are still
everyone have their
Filipino
preference.
family, yeah, because there's still Filipino or
Yeah,
Filipina individual that still go into traditional things. But
yeah.
me, I'm not
Because,
traditional
you know,
anymore because I'm already a single mother. So
Yeah, especially that you're both each other plan together, like living together. So it might be for you as a Filipina or a woman, might be feel like he's good. He's a good man. So why you leave this man if you don't or you didn't feel like he is a good man, right? So
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's what I feel.
Okay, so let me say hello. KJ, hi from New Jersey. Hello, thank you for coming.
Hi, KJ.
Hi,
KJ.
from New Jersey.
We're doing good. Okay, so let me read this. 1 year seems too soon for me. The mother of my daughter did not for a
Did,
year, and everything still fell apart. Each person is different. Just make sure you know them.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's why I really want to go for a dating first, because dating is that's the first move to know the person. If there's a if there's a good chemistry between you and her.
where's the most
Where's the
difference?
I think double Steve is busy. Use protection until put a ring in that finger. Yeah.
yeah, but if it already happens, I mean, I already get pregnant and he's not ready to go married with me. I mean, it's okay. I am ready to be a mother, but you're not ready to be my husband. It's okay. I will take the child, not my loss.
Okay, so from KJ, I just like Miss Money so much.
Oh, I like you too, KJ. I don't know it's KJ. Thank you so much for coming, KJ.
Are you male or female?
Are you female? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I still like you. If you like me, if you don't like me, I don't like you. I still like you.
Double Steve is taking a nap. Maybe.
Yeah, he's kind of tired of work, guys. That's why he's not here.
Yeah, it's already. It's still Saturday night there. Mm,
Yeah, it's weekend.
well, uh,
So yes, this is all about the personality, the person that you really want to leave. Because now that Jesus, nails read it. He's napping, dreaming of nails.
Gagi.
could be.
L- Leave
No,
Steve alone. He's enjoying his sleeping time. Okay.
not a good
Only
thing.
male can like female. Only male can like female.
Oh, is it?
I don't think so. Male likes also male.
Only
So
milk
it's
and like
just like here, here in the Philippines that they're more into the marriage thing, but it's just like me. It depends, it depens if I'm too blessed that I have a husband that responsible. But some of I feel sorry for those Filipina that they stuck with this irresponsible men, because they really want to get out of that way, but they can't because we don't have divorce here. And then our annulment processing here is quite expensive, so yeah, they stop. There's a chance that they can find that's what during your life, Miss Manny, it's very important to a Filipina looking for a mate, especially for Western mate that is not uh it's annulled, not separated. Because there's a lot of Filipina here in the Philippines that they're separated, but they're annulled. So it's quite hard to find a serious man that they know that you are not annulled. Because here, it's still in the, in the eyes of the laws here, even though they're separated, but still married if they're not annulled. So it's quite hard for women. So I wish that, one day the divorce thing, it will be, approved, because I can see that, there's a lot of Filipinas, they don't give a chance, to find another, another mate.
Yeah, but there are some also Filipina, right, that Lily that already separated, but they were already ready to mingle. But for Americans or Western men, it's really different. Like it's very hard for them. But how can you, how can you make advice for it, like for that kind of thing happen?
What do you mean for those Filipina that they're not annulled in having
Yeah,
a relationship with Western men?
yeah. Like what can
Well,
you
is
say?
that like, well, it depends, Nils. If that man can, stay, with this Filipina, very strong, very, he can, no matter what happened, he can still stick. But I don't know if I can guarantee for those Western men that they can stick for the rest of their lives with this Filipina. So if that's happened, yeah, I will advise. But if it's not, no, because it's really hurtful for Filipina that this man cannot stand.
It,
So I prepare for those Filipina that no, don't deal with this man if they cannot stand with you. Don't deal, because it's really hurtful.
It's a
you
hard
know
But
act.
what?
it
I think if especially if a Western man or an expat is not really open about knowing your culture and tradition, and he's not going to embrace it, and he's not open about it. I mean, it's kind of giving doubts if
Yeah,
he's
you
good for
don't
you.
have, you don't let him, to just, well, this is, it's it's according how Filipino deal with that. Because for me, I can't deal, especially I know that he cannot stand for me, for the rest of my life with him. He can't stand, because, it's easy to say that from the start. But once you're living, because this is what always people tell, that you can see, or you can tell if you live together. What if suddenly he changed? That's the problem. So for, as a Filipina, if I'm not really sure about his intention, or uh oh yeah, if I'm not really sure his intention to me, I don't want to roll the dice for him, because I know at the end of the day I might get hurt. So why should I let myself hurt, and I know from the start that that's what's gonna happen? So of course I'm gonna stop that. So it depends, how Filipinas deal with that situation. But for me, no. If I know that, his intention is not really into that, no, I don't let myself, to stick around with him,
Yeah,
because if I
I
gonna
think
stick around,
yeah, all I can say for the Filipinas is they should really know their worth. They don't have to always beg for love, beg for relationship. You have to like let it happen in a natural way. Yeah, but I just don't like it when a Filipina is really so into it just because he's a foreigner or what, and you
yeah,
really want to jump into a relationship right away. So it is just wise, not just for the relationship itself, but for you as well to take things slow. There's no hurry. There's no hurry to find a relationship or go into marriage, really.
Yes,
But
that's
it
it.
could be in a hurry to have a child, at least one. I mean, I'm just so blessed to have one. I'm lucky about it.
Yeah, you can tell that, oh, you're a woman. You're a woman.
Not just that. You know what? I just really can't compare before when I still didn't have a child. And when I have a day off, I feel lonely. But now it's quite difficult. Though it's stressful to have a child, it's like a kind of bittersweet to have a child. Really. I have
Yeah,
no
because
regrets.
there's another responsibility that you have to do for that. So, and then sometimes it's quite hard, but sometimes the feeling that you can feel when you have a child is it's hard to explain.
It's, it's hard to explain. It's joyous. For me, it's joyous. Just one, it's okay.
It,
As, as,
it's
as a single
they called it is a it's a profound love, profound happiness.
yeah, it's unexplainable happiness.
Unexplainable
Okay,
thing.
KJ, at least one child, Nanny. If I found a trustworthy Filipino number never depends. What do you mean never depends? What do you mean
It
number?
depends. How
About
it
it.
depends of how much you
The
can
age?
have.
Okay,
What the age of
okay.
what? Number of kids?
Because at least one child. Many, if I found a trustworthy Filipino number, never depends. What do you
Oh, you mean
mean? The number of
child?
a child
Child? Yeah,
or the
maybe. Child.
age?
Maybe the child.
Number what? Phone number?
Number
Phone
never
number.
depends.
Oi,
Even though you have two kids, three kids, four kids, it never depends
Here's
on
my
him.
number. So call me maybe.
oh yeah.
Oh
You
my
know,
goodness.
and when you have a child and find a good man, then you have two children. Yeah, especially if a man is immature. So I will have two children. Is that what you mean,
Okay,
Scott?
for you, Miss Manny, how many child you want? If you have a partner, how many child you want? Not
Yeah,
including your no, not including your first child. How many?
including my child, I would go with three. Three.
No, I mean that's your if you have a partner, how many child you want?
Yeah, depends with the partner. As long as he knows. Actually, to me, to myself, I think I would think if I had to decide for it, I would think three, maximum of three.
Three.
But yeah, but then if my partner is financially stable enough for the child to not sacrifice their at least basic needs, their education whatsoever. So it's nice to have a child really. I love kids, but then when it comes to they have to sacrifice their at least basic needs, education. It's very important. You have to think about it if you want to have a lot of child
Okay,
and
so
you don't
let's
have
say,
enough.
let's say if this man can afford to send your child to college, everything, the his financial status is quite good. So
Yeah,
how many child you really want?
More than 10.
no, I
More
think
than 10? Di
more than
atay.
10. I think more than 10. I think I have to balance. Think balance is everything, guys.
5 or 6?
Yes, 5 or 6. Yeah,
Yeah, because
48 children. You see, 48 children. My goodness,
Ang tatangin na
you're making a whole village when you run for barangay Kagawad. You will win because you have a lot of family members. You already have a solid
so
foundation votes.
yeah, how about you, Filipina Charmsky? Okay, let's say if the man is, financial status is stable. So how many childs you want to have?
for me, it's two. Only
One
choose one
dozen?
child. girl, but
1 dozen?
no,
One
I think
dozen.
the girls
My
the boys is
goodness.
more enough. Just four kids. It's enough, I guess. If I can
What's
produce,
Five
up?
or six
if
is
I can
okay.
produce.
I mean,
How many? How many, Miss Filipina Chernsky? How many?
Four.
4 dozens?
Four. Okay.
I thought 4 dozens.
No one doesn't know
Is
more.
that okay? What are you talking about, Yuka? What's up? Are you asking Miss Manny WhatsApp number?
What's up?
No, because we was talking about numbers, so I said, what? What number? Number of child? Number of age?
What
Or what?
Yeah, because
number?
this is
Number? Phone
he's
number?
looking for WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
You
WhatsApp?
just
That's a question.
Oh my
Okay, so
goodness.
you want four child, Filipina Charmsky. Love between. Okay. Love between child and mother, I can't be expressed in words. Oh yeah. 48 children? Por Dios, por santo.
for the children.
In one mother? Oh my
That's where you're
God.
gonna have a solid votes if you run for barangay captain or barangay kagawad.
If okay, let's say if that woman get married for 20 years, she's 20 years old and she had 48 children, her face like that. KG money 5. Wow. Okay. It's about $500,000 in the US for the man for each child. That is a cheap amount that a man will spend. Okay. Okay, let me read this from Scat in the World. Where there is a brownout, you need something to do.
That's what
Having a
happens
baby?
before. Yes. Learning how to make baby. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what happens before. No mother and dad. I mean,
yeah,
That was happening
here's
in
the thing. In the
island.
province?
Island, in the island, it's not very dark. Like
yeah.
no electricity. That's why many population, like many child in there, and they don't really have a
Yeah.
family planning. That's why.
There, yeah, there's no job to do. So what
Yeah.
would you gonna do
Yeah.
if you're getting bored at house? So you just have to learn how to make a child
Especially
baby.
Playing bricks.
especially if it's raining. It's raining.
Wow.
That's cool.
Tag tuyo, tag ulan here, huh?
Yeah. Okay. So Scott in the world asked a question. When there is brown out, you need something to do. Okay. Uh, if it's brown out,
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank
well,
said if
sunny knows.
I Sir Frank
Okay,
said,
go ahead.
or I would run from humanity. I would have to work all my life. Yeah, so that's why it depends of a man. I am with if he can provide the basic needs for a baby, but if you cannot, then stop doing making a baby.
Miss Mani, Mateo wants to have a battalion kids. Are you ready for that?
You know what? That really sounds so unreal.
I will only have the pension, so I can only offer 4 children. Scott in the world. Okay.
My ovary will be so stressed.
You look with Haggard like that. You can have the battalion kids.
Yeah,
You can.
because that's yeah. Because this is what I noticed in the West world. They have to send their children to college. Unlike here, in the Philippines, sometimes they don't send either children to school. That's a sad thing about Filipino here, especially in the remote area. They don't really aware of education.
Mm-mm. That is why they don't have family planning. That is why it's more populated now, especially millennials.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Oh,
Yeah, so yeah, that's why we have to plan ahead with how much really children you can support for the basic needs, because when it happens, at the end of the day, it will be the child who will suffer for their future. So you don't want
yeah,
that you will see your children suffer that way just because of your irresponsibility. It takes really maturity to really decide how many children you can have, because you're not doing it for yourself, and at the same time you're doing it for the kids. You have to think about what's the future
mhm.
ahead.
for the good future.
Yeah, because having a child is not only end up for feeding them, so you have to educate them also for so
Yeah,
that at the end of the day when they make their own family, so their children are same welfare that these children have. So that's very important also that you have to plan ahead of time
educate
before
and
you go to that. Yeah.
the kid.
And it happens. There is like some celebrities, like they have offspring about 100 kids from different women. I mean, there's no question about it because they're rich and they're able to provide
Yeah.
each child a nanny. I mean,
Yeah.
no question.
Yeah.
As long as you can provide. Um,
But for those people that can't provide, don't do, because
yeah,
that's
stop
that's a
making a baby.
that's a big sin.
Stop making a baby. You're just making a lady stress, a woman stress for raising a child, and you know because mother's instinct is
Oh,
like
we
they
have
always want
we
the
have
best for their
new
child.
guests. Bob 942. Hello, Bob. Thank you
Hi,
for
Bob.
coming.
Hi, Bob. It's nice to know that for 16 years and still happy marriage with a Filipina. Hey,
Yeah,
congrats.
good. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
Happy couple.
Filipina.
Where is she from,
Here's
Bob?
the thing that yeah, where state from you, Bob? So this is I give 100% credit for Filipinas, that Filipinas are very caring as long as their partner is loyal and loving. So my wife is from Davao City. And what state are you from, Bob? Seattle, Seattle, USA. Okay, the wife
Davao.
from Davao.
Oh, Davao.
Yeah. And we love, especially, well, me, I'm married to a Western man that, like Frank said, that, he treat Western women as the same way that he treated me, but, uh, he don't really get the treatment that I gave from him from Western women. So he chose me instead of Western woman. So yeah, let's clap to our Filipinas because there's a lot of Western men like us, especially when it comes to our men, how we take care of our men, how we love our men. So yeah, I give credit for those Filipinas married to I mean for Western men married to a Filipina. Thank you guys.
Yeah, and it's also because we adapt our traditions and culture as a Filipino citizen at Lily. That is why they love also
Yeah.
us.
And for those two ladies, there's when it comes to cooking, can you cook nails?
And it's like that. Because we have a chef here. My mom and my dad is so very good in cooking. That is why I don't really in the kitchen. But I know
Oh,
how.
I choose my
Know how
what?
to. Yeah. I just need some like you know, a guide, a guide.
I mean, yeah, it's good for you, Bob. I mean, there's nothing much more than beautiful than having the real love in your life. You know, such a beautiful
Actually,
thing.
most of Filipina can really cook.
It's trying so hard to make it.
Can really, we cook very well. Yeah, sorry, Miss Money, your daughter is in the room.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. She's already aware of her mama doing lessons.
Spread in the word. Nails wash dishes on a live. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to see that, you have to cook, on the live, Nails.
Wow. Soon, soon, soon.
For me, live is in first, last comment.
Live in, yeah, live
We
in.
have also videos like
Sis Alma, welcome back, Sis Alma. Live in first, so cohabitation first, and eventually get going
So,
into marriage.
yeah, Filipina wants her husband a little fat. I agree what you said, Bab, because, Frank complained about me that, he gained weight. So I try. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. For Filipino, I always make it sure that, we eat three times more than three times. Okay. And I always,
Yeah,
you
that's
want some,
why
you
I
want
also
some. Oh my
noticed.
God.
Yeah, I also noticed, Ate Lily, when I mean, when a husband is a little, I mean, too thin, people will gonna have an impression that you're not really feeding your husband. You're not cooking well for your
Yeah.
husband. So yeah, that's why it's like a kind of our pride that to see that, oh, our husband's a little fat. It means he's eating well. So that's it.
that is because of Rice's life here in Philippines. That is why they get it fat.
My wife, okay, let me read from Bob. My wife calls me a big belly. She calls it my pillow. True.
Pero, need
Yeah,
blanket.
Bouncy
so
fellow.
so Frank, sometimes, it's just I told him, because he just before, like first year after we get married, he used of eating, he just eat if he feels hungry, okay, and then his breakfast is, he drink fresh orange juice, but ladies, that we can't stand with that, just drinking juice and without rice or so. Well, sometimes I understand that now. If I told him, what do you want for dinner? I always make it sure that, he always like the food that I serve for him. I always tell him, what do you want for dinner? If he wants, okay, like this. So if there's things on the freezer, I will cook for him. But I don't really force him, let's eat, let's eat. If she don't like to eat for dinner, and then me, okay, I'll just go ahead. So if you want to eat, just let me know, because the food, I just let it stay in the countertop before I put it in the fridge. So that's it. So because before, he was slim,
So
but
you don't
after
eat
one
together,
year,
Ate Lily?
what?
Sometimes you don't eat together.
Sometimes I Yeah, because she's still not hungry, because he said that he just eat if he's hungry. But Filipino, even though we're not really hungry, we eat because it's lunchtime, it's dinner time. So Frank, he's not that type of person that he just eat because it's dinner time.
Mm. So he doesn't have a exact hour to eat.
Right.
Yeah,
Filipinos
but
have
I make it
like
sure.
in the morning you have coffee with pandesal, and then later on breakfast, and then at 12 you gotta have your lunch. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we do eat breakfast. Sometimes it just like a brunch, because sometimes I sleep late, so I woke up late. So yeah, it's for common for American, hash brown egg and sausage, or scrambled egg, French toast, and bacon. Or sometimes I give him link sausage, the maple flavor. or pancake with bacon.
Oh
But
my God.
uh, for Filipina, we don't really use of that. But me, I use of that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I make it sure that Frank eat good food, fresh food. I don't. Well, here's the thing, guys, that when it comes to when I cook, I just cook just right for us. Sometimes there's a little leftover, but I don't really cook a lot. So every time I cook, it's just a fresh meal cook. So and me, I don't really eat a lot. I eat often, but I don't eat a lot. So I control myself because I don't really want. Because for me, I feel fat. For me, huh? So I don't want to end up that all my clothes is not fit. But Frank told me that you're not fat. But for me, I don't know. It's just like it's like it's hard. It's hard to to tell that ladies how much rice you do each of you go through in a month.
How much
So
Too many to count.
rice? How much rice?
rice, how much rice you do
How many
each rice, cook rice or rice? Cook rice. We
cooked
don't
rice?
eat
Cup
the
of rice
rice.
or kilogram of rice?
Just
Yeah, we don't eat the rice. We cook first before we eat. Well, for me, because me and Frank, in 1 month, it's just like we just eat twice or three times a week.
it
So, because
depends, guys,
sometimes I.
how many people living in that house, like live with you together in the house. How many
So,
kilos
how
you can?
many of you? How many of you in your family, Nails?
We were like six. Me, mom, dad, my brother, Jack, sister. Seven. We're seven here.
So, every meal, how many cups of rice you cook?
On my lot, we're like 4 or 5 cups. So let's think it's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks we end the 25 kilos.
For 2 weeks?
Two
Wow.
weeks.
So, so it means that 50 kilos is just one good for 1 month for 7 person. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, Filipino rice is life here in the Philippines.
yeah. Especially
Even
now
that's
that
just
they're going to school, so they need also baon. Like we need also to
yeah.
cook right for them.
Oh yeah, lunch, pack
For
lunch.
the lunchtime, yeah, for the lunch, pack lunch or something like
Yeah,
that.
because this is the thing that I observe. In the mall, in the supermarket, there's a bag of 5 kilograms, 10 kilograms, and 25. So the 5 kilograms that I bought from the supermarket, so I just finished over a month.
For 25 kilos,
Over a month, yeah.
yeah,
Because
because you don't.
yeah, I
But
don't,
it's only
I don't.
it's only for you, Lily. That's the budget only for you. Good for you
Yeah,
only.
Sometimes Frank eat rice. Because I just I measure three-fourth cup of rice, and then once it's cooked, it's 1 cup. So
mm-hmm.
sometimes I divide that. Sometimes I don't eat that. I just only half cup. But I eat more ulam.
Yeah,
I eat
because
more ulam than rice.
I think Mr. Frank doesn't eat well rice, right?
Yeah, he just eat rice. It's not as often that I eat. Because he
Yeah,
loves it. He eats rice, but it's not as we Filipino, we love to eat rice. Every meal, there's a rice.
and then it's 3 times a
Yeah,
day. So
it doesn't feel full when we don't have rice.
yeah, and it make me feel guilty, guys, that I don't eat rice in time for a meal. Bacon. Oh my God, Scott, you're again talking about bacon. Please now.
Yeah, because I just cook. I just serve frank rice if I cook. Sunny side up, and then maple sausage and bacon. That's he likes. But me, sometimes I eat. I just do a garlic rice with dried fish and egg. I love
Wow.
that. Dried fish
I
with
like
with egg, with garlic rice. My goodness, and then coffee. Oh,
I'm starving.
now we're talking about food, Miss Mani.
Don't worry, I have a bread here and this calamay. Do you know calamay?
Oh,
what
calamari from Bohol.
calamay?
Yes, from Bohol.
Mm.
There's a lot of
Is that
native
sapin-sapin?
Boholanos that come here to to sell this one. They use
Oh,
their pambos every Sunday to come here to Lapu-Lapu. That's
It's
why I
good to
have
put
calamay.
this tasteless bread.
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
I
their
eat
food.
fast. Frank, I told him, okay, Frank, go ahead and eat first. While I'm, if especially if I make French toast, I let him eat first because once it's my turn to cook my French toast, sometimes I go eat uh, first because I don't want, here's the thing that, I don't really like, to chew food, it's just like, it's so, uh, just like, nguyain mo ng nguyain ng ano na masyado na siyang, I don't like that. You
Yeah,
you
most
you
actually
chew it.
most Filipinos eat fast. Actually, I do also eat
I don't
fast. Like
like,
yeah,
I don't like, the food that you chew for so many minutes and then chew it swallow it. I don't like that. But he said that you eat fast. Come on, just eat.
yeah.
Sometimes
I have
I
to
told
eat.
him.
I also learned to eat fast because lunch break. I want to have so much time to nap, and then I have to eat fast so that I can still have longer time to nap. So that's why I I I I already used to eat too fast.
And then he
That's why
asked me, "Did you enjoy your food?" Of course, I enjoy the food. That's why I eat fast.
because there's rice, doesn't matter. We enjoy that.
Especially when they
Yeah,
were hungry.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's why Yeah, I
that's
agree.
our
I agree.
skill.
Well, you know what,
We shovel
ladies,
fast.
I don't use the Filipino spoon. I use Korean spoon because the Korean spoon is not too big. I use the Korean spoon.
Did
It's
you
long,
know
but
it?
it's not big.
Yeah.
I just knew it by now that you have a Korean spoon.
Yeah. Come on, Frank. Don't do that. Don't do that. I have no secret. I have no secret, Frank. Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing that I love to eat, because I have so many types of snacks that here, I eat a lot. I eat so many, but I don't eat a lot. Come on, Frank. Okay, Frank, take stand back. Frank, don't get anything between between Filipina and her rice. 8 hours. Yeah, I like that. Cook beef pat roast. In a what do you call that? The slow cooker. Yeah, that's I like that also. Okay, for those
Like
watching right now, so just ask a question. And okay, I have to invite to all, the new viewers coming here. So for those wants to join to my membership join button, feel free to join. And also, if you want to send me super stickers or super chat, and also three of us, if you want to donate to our PayPal, there's Miss Manny. She has a PayPal account. You can send donation to her, and also Filipina Charmsky. If for those in-kind donation, you can send to her PayPal.
So yeah,
So
please don't forget to hit the like, guys, for the last for this live
yeah,
stream.
yeah.
Thank you so much
And
for watching.
please, I really want to know also your comments. So please drop also your comment in the comment section, guys. Oh
Wait lang.
yeah, definitely, Frank. I love that. So okay, so we're already 2 hours, ladies. So thank you so much. So I will give you a chance, to plug your channel in our, group panel. So go ahead first, Miss Filipina Charmsky.
So, hello everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you so much for coming into the live stream of Ate Lily. And thank you so much for supporting our channel, guys. So, if you guys new here, please subscribe to our channel. My name is Filipina Charmsky. You can call me Nels. And right there, I have a lot of videos. You can watch it. Also, my playlist so that it will get more higher my watch time hours because I'm not yet monetized. So, I'm highly appreciated if you watch it, guys. So, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Neil. So it's your turn, Miss Manny.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming. First of all, thank you so much, Ate Lily, for having me here to your panel, and also to our friends
Okay.
here in the chat for the join, for the questions, and the funny chats. It's fun. Thank you so much. And also, anyway, you can subscribe to my channel, watch some of my vlogs, though I haven't um, yet I still have not uploaded a new video yet, but I do live streaming every Friday at 7 p.m. Philippines time, and expect that I will have these beautiful ladies with me also. So see you there, everybody.
Yeah, we have a group ladies
Okay.
panel, guys.
Okay. So but here's the two ladies here. It's okay to have regular live show, but you have to also to upload regular on your on recording video. That's very important also. So don't leave the things that you have to upload regularly. So make it regularly, and then at the same
Yeah,
time do a live. That's very
yeah.
important.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
like.
and I'm also very thankful for some of our friends here in the community for playing my playlist. I was surprised because I was expecting my watch hours to go down, but then I'm
Mhm.
surprised because instead it just adds up. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me for that kind of support.
Thank you. So thank you so much, everyone. It's like almost 1,600. Much
Yeah.
big, 1,700 soon.
Yeah, just that's my advice. Just keeping uploading at the same time do live because you already reached the 1K. So all you need, both of you, is the watch hour.
Nice.
To reach the 400K watch
Very hard
hours.
to
So
match 2,000 hours.
Yeah, but you
yeah,
know
I
what?
know.
The main idea, yeah, the main idea of like being in the live streams is like, to make people get together and have some fun because we do deserve some to have some laugh, to have some giggles, aside from this
Yeah.
stressful life world. So that's why we're still very thankful for this platform for us to get together.
As
Okay,
friends,
so I want I won't stay stay long because my we
We
already
need to
over
do.
two
We need to
hours.
cook
So
lunch. We need to cook lunch. It's almost
yeah.
lunchtime.
yeah,
No, I think I'm gonna prepare. It's still breakfast for us. still breakfast
Brunch.
for us. Because last night I eat a lot. You know what I eat last night is spaghetti and and a roast chicken. So I eat a lot. So I eat the whole legs and thigh. So even
Wow.
Frank, he can't finish the chicken. So I just threw it
Did you?
away. So, okay, ladies, thank you very much. And, like I always, it's so nice. It's so fun to dealing with you guys. And also, I would like to thank all who come here in our live panel. Thank you so much. So, please subscribe Miss Manny's channel, Filipina Charmsky, and also me, a little bit late channel. So,
Yeah.
thank you very much, guys. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you
Have a
so much
good
for
day.
sharing your precious time. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We love
Yeah.
you all.
Happy
Thank you so much.
weekend. Happy Sunday. Bye.
Bye.